hi, didn't see you there. My name is Tony Tang. I'm the program associate at the East San Gabriel Valley Japanese Cooking Center. And today, I'm gonna show you how to set up and use an email. So there are a lot of different types of email services out there, like Gmail, Outlook, and Hotmail. But for this video, I'm gonna show you how to use the most popular one called Gmail. Let's get right into it. So the reason why you want to create an email account is because the more you use the internet, the more you realize that a lot of the online services will require an email account to utilize. So it's not only to use those services, but to also communicate with your families and your friends as well. So the first thing you want to do is open up your web browser, and then on the search bar you want to type in gmail.com and then tap enter, and that'll bring you to this page. And since this is your first time creating your email, you want to tap on or click on create account on the bottom here. Now it's going to ask you to create an account for yourself or to manage a business, but for this video we're going to create one for yourself. So we're going to click on that. Now it's going to bring you to this page. Google's going to ask you to create your Google account in order to use Gmail. It's going to ask you for your first and last name. It's going to ask you to create a username and also to have a password in order to access your email. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my first and last name. Alright. Now once you do that, Gmail or Google might have some suggestions here for you already. But if not, you're going to want to create a unique username for yourself, and also a unique password that only you will know. So I would suggest creating a username that is easy for you to remember and easy for other people to remember. And I would also suggest maybe writing down your username and your password on a separate sheet of paper, or maybe a post-it so you can stick next to your computer in case you forget your username. So if you need some time to create your username, go ahead and pause this video and think of a username to use as well as your unique password. Alright, now that you have your username and your password, you want to click on next. Now it's going to lead you to this screen. It's going to ask you for a phone number. And the reason why it's asking you for a phone number is in case you forget your password or your username, what Google can do is send a unique password to your cell phone. That way you can use those numbers to retrieve your email account. But if you don't have a cell phone number, don't worry about it. You can go ahead and skip this because it's optional. It's going to ask you for a recovery email. You can skip this too because this is, I'm assuming this is the first time using email. Now it's going to ask you to put in your date of birth. So go ahead and do that. I'm just going to make one up. Now it's going to ask you for your gender. I don't think you really need this, but if you want to, you can go ahead and put it. Alright, so after you have all this information down, go ahead and click on next. Oh, I'll put like 1696. No, I'm not that old. I'm gonna put 1996. Alright. So now it's gonna bring you to Google's privacy and terms. This is just telling you how Google handles your information, stuff like that. If you want to pause this video now and read over it, feel free to do so. If not, just go ahead and click on I agree to move on to the next step. It might take a while to load, so bear with me here. Alright, so after you move on to this step, you're gonna have a welcome message from Google over here. Just go click on next. It's going to ask you to choose a view. Excuse me. This is pretty much like your email layout. I'm going to click on default, but you can change it later on if you would like. I'm going to click on default and click on OK. So now this is the main dashboard of your email. This is what you see every day once you log into your email. I'm going to show you some basic functions on how to use this. So some buttons to notice is on the left side, you'll have a big button that says Compose. You're going to want to click on this button in order to send an email to your friends or your family. You have your inbox here. This is where you want to be in order to view all the emails that were sent to you. Obviously, this is my first time using email, so there won't be anything in here right now. But once you do, this screen will be filled up with emails. You have your sent button here to view all the emails that you sent. You have your drafts here. This will keep all the emails that you didn't complete but want to revisit later. You can, check those out here. You have your settings here, but we want to worry about that for now. For this video, I'll show you how to send an email. So you want to click on the Compose button over here. Now you notice this window will open up on their bottom right corner. Now you have two bars over here that says recipients, and this one will say subject. On the recipients, you're going to want to type in the other person's email address in this bar. So go ahead and type in your friends or your family's email. I'm going to send it to my colleague over here. This is my colleague's email. And for subject, you can pretty much sum up what your email is going to be about and put that into your subject. I'm going to put testing because I'm just using this for example. And I'm going to type in my message on this bar over here. So just to recap, on this top bar is your recipients. On the second bar is your subject. And on this big window over here, you want to put in your full message. Okay. And then after that, to send the email, you want to click on send over here. Let's say you don't want to send the email anymore. You can click on this trash can on the bottom right corner to discard the email. If you want to revisit this email later, just go ahead and click on this X button on the top right corner over here. Once you do that, the email will go into your drafts for you to revisit later. So you notice I just got an email from Google. I'm going to click on that, and this is pretty much telling me to set up Gmail for the first time. But other than that, that's pretty much how you use Gmail.
And there you have it. Now you know the basics of how to use Gmail. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at 626-960-2566 or email at ttang@esgbjcc.org. Until next time, see you!